In this lesson, we will learn how to create animation clips with Cinema 4D's motion system. After animating, you could actually go ahead and save out that performance as a motion source that can be later brought back in as a motion clip. So if you wanted to, you can apply the same animation to the same rig or to a similar rig, helping you save time. And this is how we can start to build a repository of animations. Really cool. So what we have here is the jump animation that we ended volume 2 with. By the end of this volume, we'll blend between this animation and the idle that we worked on in volume 1. So this is going to be really fun stuff. Let's say we go ahead and get to it. What I'd like to do is actually have this jump forward. I think that'll make the outcome look a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and figure out when that jump forward should happen. So that's right after frame 13, right? When the feet start to leave the floor. Let's go to frame 13. We'll select the key on 0. We'll hold down Control and drag to clone a key over to frame 13 to keep the turret planted in this position. Now let's go ahead and have it actually jump forward all the way until about, let's say, frame 27. That's when the feet make contact with the ground again. I'll go ahead and turn on the Auto King tool. Let's also uncheck rotation and parameters from our animation palette. So we can just focus on the position of our global node. Sweet, and I'll go ahead and unlock the Attributes Manager. We'll go to Coordinates, and then feel free to relock it if you'd like. Let's now go ahead and grab our Move tool, and we'll go ahead and translate the turret forward. Alright, so there's our jump. Now you'll notice that the turret's going to slide back to the origin because of the key on 32. No worries, we could actually overwrite that key. Let's go ahead and select the key on 27. We'll hold down Control and drag right on top of 32. And there we have it. Alright, so there is our jump forward. Now it is time to work on creating an animation clip. So watch this. We don't have to select all of our controls. All we need to select is the parent node, which in this case is the global control. So with that selected, we can go to the Animate menu, and we'll move all the way down to Add Motion Clip. So now we have this dialog that appears that asks us a little bit of information. Here's the length of the animation, so let's make sure that is correct. You could also rename your source file from here. So we can call this, let's say, ms for motion source underscore turret jump. Alright, sweet. And then we get to choose the properties that are tied to this clip. So that's going to be position and rotation. And then watch this. The system is smart enough to look at the entire hierarchy here. So if we were to go ahead and click to expand the global node, take a look. We have access to the other nodes that will be added to our clip. We don't need anything except for our controls here, so I'll go ahead and uncheck all other nodes. Leg support we'll uncheck, and our group for the turret we'll uncheck as well. Let's expand anim swivel weapon, so we can uncheck swivel. Here's that last control at the top, the pitch control. Great. We'll also want to expand the legs, so we can uncheck the goal objects. And that's simply due to the fact that there's inverse kinematics on the legs. But I'll go ahead and make sure that they are unchecked because we don't really need them to be added to our motion clip unless they were animated. Alright, so this looks good. We're ready to click OK. And there you have it. You can see the animation has been removed from our timeline, so to speak. I mean, you could still see it, but the animation is now stored in our motion clip. Later, I'll show you how to kind of plot that animation and bring our keyframes back. But for right now, it's all stored in that clip. Let me also show you this. If we were to go back to Add Motion Clip, take a look. We can choose to have the animation stripped from the timeline, so it's just added to the clip from here. And then if you want, you could also go ahead and add a picture if you'd like, a little diagram that is a printout of the item that has been added to the clip. All right, so what I'll do is go ahead and cancel this out. Let's go ahead and right click with our global node selected and we'll choose Show Motions. And here we have it. So this is where our animation is stored, and here is our source file. So watch this. Again, this is non-destructive. If we did not want the jump animation, we can go ahead and take our clip, simply delete it. No animation at all, right? However, if we decide that, hey, later we would like to start using that animation again, we can simply just drag from our source and add it back to the clip area of the timeline. And there you go. There's the animation. How cool. So that's basically how we would go about creating an animation clip. Now what I'd like to do in the next lesson is show you how to export this so that you can start to create a library of animations.